Dear Tim and Moby, where can I find Tundra? Can you please make a movie? From Z-Girl. One movie coming right up. Moby? There are three types of tundra: Arctic tundra, Antarctic tundra, and Alpine tundra. Arctic tundra is found on the edge of the North Pole in parts of Greenland, Alaska, Canada, Europe, and Russia. The land is mainly flat with no trees. In fact, the word tundra comes from a Russian term for treeless plain. The Arctic tundra formed more than 10,000 years ago during the last ice age. At the time, huge mountains of ice called glaciers covered much of the northern latitudes. When the world warmed up, the glaciers retreated, leaving behind the flattened tundra. These days, Arctic tundra is covered in ice and snow for 7 to 8 months of the year. Depending on where they are in the world, the temperatures in the tundra vary, but it's always pretty cold. In the winters, average temperatures are way below zero, sometimes dipping into the minus 90s. Even during the summer, you'll rarely find temperatures above 50 degrees. Below the tundra's surface is a layer of soil called permafrost that stays frozen year-round. In the summer, when the surface ice and snow thaws, the resulting water tends to pool. This creates temporary ponds and wetlands where bushes, grasses, and flowers can grow. Moss and lichen also grow, creating a delicate, spongy ground. The animals found in the tundra depend on these plants for food. I guess they also depend on each other for food. All kinds of animals make their home here, including caribou, lemmings, polar bears, rabbits, and wolves. You can also find birds like geese and snowy owls here during the summer, before they fly south for the winter. Even specially adapted black flies and mosquitoes make their contribution to the ecosystem. Yeah, even though there's a lot of ice in the Arctic tundra, there's not a lot of snowfall. They're cold deserts, usually with less than 10 inches of precipitation each year. That goes for Antarctic tundra, too. You would think that Antarctica is completely covered with ice, but the tundra areas have soil that can even support life. Lichens, mosses, and algae do just fine thanks on the Antarctic tundra. You can find alpine tundra all over the world on mountaintops above the tree line. Conditions here are harsh with heavy snowfall and high winds. Still, animals and plants manage to survive here, taking advantage of the 2 months out of the year when there's no frost. The environment in all types of tundra is extremely fragile. Tracks left by cars and trucks can remain for 30 years or more. So, if you ever find yourself in the tundra, it's best to step lightly. Alright, Moby, let's see that video you shot. You buried it. You buried my mom's camera? Yeah, I guess that would give you a better view of the permafrost. You don't happen to remember where you buried it, do you?